Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Sew with Somi. On today's tutorial, I'll be showing you a step-by-step on how I achieve this beautiful MilkMaid top. So on my last poll, I put up some clothes and majority chose a MilkMaid top. So this video is going to be into to have the drafting and the sewing video. And if you're new to my channel, welcome, like, share and subscribe. Let's get started. These are the materials we'll be needing. On my table, I have my pattern paper, my marker, I have my tape, pattern curve, my ruler, and the star of the show, which is my scissors. So I actually brought these things out. So in case if you didn't see what I wrote, this is the things I listed there. So take out the ones we don't want and let's start drafting. So from the edge of the paper, I'm going to mark out my starting line. So the starting line helps you to have a clear view of what you are doing. So I'm just marking out a point. After that, I connected the points together. From the starting line now, we'll be taking our vertical measurements. I came down 9 for my chest line, 10 for my bust point, 13 for my underbust, 16 for my waist, and the full length of my top is 19 inches. So I came to this other side. I'm just basically repeating the same thing. Now we're going to rule out the lines. This is what we have after ruling out. We're going to label our lines. So this is my shoulder line, my chest line, my bust point, my under bust, waist line, and the full length. On the shoulder line, I'm going to impute my shoulder measurement. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2 will give you 7.5. I'll come to the chest line. I'll mark the same 7.5. Now connect the 2 points together. Back to my shoulder line, I'll impute a neck width of 3 inches. And I'll come down 3 inches for my front neckline. So I don't necessarily need to do all this, but I know there are beginners on this page, so that is why I am drafting out a basic bodice first. And if you don't have a pattern rule, you can use your free hand to connect. So now we are done with our neck. Next thing we're going to do, come down on the armhole line. We're going to come down 1 inch for our shoulder slope. Always remember your shoulder is not straight. We'll connect that 1 inch to the neck width. Now we are done. Back to the armhole line. Remember I came down 9 inches for my chest line and I've taken out 1 inch for my shoulder slope. So we have 8 inches left and half of 8 is 4. On the point I marked 4, I'm going to come in by half an inch. So if we were actually making use of this whole pattern, this half an inch helps your armhole to relax. On my chest line, I'm going to take my bust divided by 4 and I'll connect the 3 points together. After connecting, our basic bodice is ready. The next thing we are going to do now is to impute our nipple to nipple measurement. So mine is 9 divided by 2. We divide our nipple by 2. So 9 divided by 2 give you 4.5. So I marked that on the chest line, on the underbust, down to the full length. Now connect the points together. So I'll be taking 1 inch on both sides of my dart leg. So I took 1 inch on the center front, 1 inch on the side. On my bust point, I'll come down half 1 inch. For my bust point, I came down 1 inch, and I'll connect my darts to the half 1 inch I keep down on the bust line. So from the bust point, I came down by 1 inch. Now I'll connect the 1 inch I took on my dart leg on that 1 inch. This is what we have. Now we'll be drafting our MilkMaid. So from the under bust, I'll go up by 1 inch. On the center front of your under bust, go up by 1 inch. Then from that 1 inch, connect it back to your under bust. On the center front of your pattern, go up by 1 inch from the under bust. Then from that 1 inch, connect it back to your under bust. Now the one side of our cup is ready. So now go to the armhole. On our armhole line, I'll go in by half an inch. From that half an inch point, I'll come down by half an inch, and I'll rule that out. So this new half an inch will be serving as our new armhole. Remember, this is an off shoulder top. Now on the point where I took my bust measurements, I'll be going up by 2.5 inches. On the post where your bust measurement is, go up by 2.5 inches. On that 2.5 inches point, you come out by 0.75, that is 3/4 of an inch. On the point you came up by 2.5 inches, come out by 0.75. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, just watch my hands and you will understand. It's very easy because I am talking and I'm explaining. So now we'll connect the points together. So we'll connect the 0.75 we came out to the half inch we came down. Just watch what I'm doing. Now this is what I have. So from that that's half inch, I'll connect my second cup. The half inch we came down on the armhole, this is where I'll be connecting my second cup. Now I have my 2 cups ready. Then from the chest line, I'll go up by 2 inches. Depending on how much coverage you want, you can go up by 1.5 or 2 inches. So I went up by 2 inches, and from the 0.75, I'll connect to the 2 inches. Now our cup is ready. Now, like, we are done. All we have to do now is to put in our measurements. So on the new armhole, which is a half inch, I'll be taking my bust divided by 4. So I wanted to add allowance to this on the pattern, but there was not enough space. So I'll come to the under bust. I'll take my round under bust divided by 4. I'll replace the dots I have there. I'll come to the waist. I'll take my round waist divided by 4. Replace the dots. So on the full length, initially I marked my hip measurement divided by 4, but after connecting, I didn't like the way it was looking, so I just used my waist measurement. So before you do that, please be sure that it's going to fit, because mine came out well. Just be sure it's going to fit. Now we're going to connect the points together. After connecting, this is what we have. All we have to do now is to cut out. Like, this is the best part I like when it comes to videos, because once it's cutting out, I know I'm almost done. So just watch how I am cutting. Now watch how I am cutting out my under bust. That is my cup. Now our cup is out. Let's separate the dots we have. Now this is what I have after cutting out. So this is my cup. Remember, we are going to use a slash and spread to achieve the fullness we'll be having on this cup. So for mine, I marked out 1.5 inches. Remember, our cup, we need to slash and spread so that we'll get that ruched we have in front. So I'm marking out 1.5. Now I'm going to connect the points together. I'll rule out the points. Together, ruling out. This voiceover thing, we don't always get it right. So please just rule out. After ruling out, let's label. So this is number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5. So guys, please take note of your bust points. Just take note of your bust points. You will still know why I said take note of your bust points. After cutting out, this is what I have. I'll get a new pattern paper. So this is my new pattern paper. So on the line where I marked out on the pattern paper, that is where I'll be placing my bust point. You see where my arrow is pointing at? Remember I said take note of your bust point. So your bust point, you place it on the line on this pattern paper, and the space between each pattern paper is 3 inches. So the space between number 1 and number 2 is 3 inches. I'm placing my bust point line on the line I marked on my pattern paper, and the space between each of them is 3 inches. That is how much fullness I want. So depending on how much fullness you want, you can use 1 inch, 1.5, 2 inches, but for me, I make use of 3 inches. Now we are done. All we have to do is just to connect the lines together. Just connect. So my lines were not even perfect. Like, I was struggling. What I mean struggling, I was really struggling with this thing. So just make sure that yours is looking better than my own. So after connecting, this is what I have. Next thing I'm going to do, I'll add 1/2 inch all round. So remember, at the top, we'll be attaching a rope to that. So we need 1/2 inch to create our channel. So for the bottom part of it, we'll be gathering it, but after gathering, we'll be attaching it back to the cup. We're attaching the cup back to the fabric, so which means we need 1/2 inch to attach it back. So that is why I added 1/2 inch round. So after connecting, this is what I have. Like I said, mine is not perfect, so you can make yours look better than my own. Now we're done. We need to just do what? We'll cut out what we have. So after cutting out, this is what we are going to have. Let's draft out the back. So for the back, I've already marked out everything. So it's just the same thing we did for the front. So this is my shoulder line, my chest line, bust point, waistline, and full length. So for the back, we don't need the underbust because we don't have cups at the back. We don't have breast at the back. And I equally added my zipper allowance. So that is all for the back. So now we'll be imputing our nipple to nipple measurements, which is 4.5, just like we did for the front. We'll connect the points together. On each side of the dart leg, I'll be marking 1 inch on each side. From the chest line, I'll come down 1/2 inch. So remember, for the front, we came down 1 inch from the bust point, but for the back, the darts will get to the chest line. So I came down 1/2 inch from the chest line, and I'll connect the darts to the 1/2 inch. After connecting, this is what I have. Now on the armhole line, just like we did for the front, I'll come in by 1/2 inch. From the 1/2 inch point, I'll come down again by 1/2 inch. Now I'm going to rule that out. So this new 1/2 inch will be serving as our new armhole, just like we did for the front. So from the point where I marked my bust measurement, I'll be going up by 2.5 inches. Then on that point, I'll come out by 0.75 or 3/4 of an inch. So now we're going to connect from the 0.75 to the 1/2 inch, and from the 0.75 to the chest line. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, just watch my hands. Guys, this is easy. It's nothing difficult. Now we've connected. So remember, we are not connecting to any under bust, because this is the back pattern. So from that 0.75 now, we'll connect it back to the chest line, and we are done. This is what we have for the back. All we have to do now is to impute our round measurements. And if you have watched up to this point, thank you guys so much. If you're a returning subscriber, I thank you so much. Thank you for finding me worthy. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to the channel. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and on your post notification button so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And the more you share, the more people get to see my page, and it's getting more visibility. So please help me. I am your friend though, so help your friend gain visibility. And if you have any tutorials or any style you want me to recreate, you can send me a DM at SoWithTomi on Instagram. Thank you guys so much. So now we're done imputing our round measurements. All we have to do now is to connect the points together. So this is what we have. We are done. We are almost done with this tutorial. Now we cut out, just cut. So all we have to do now is to separate. After separating, we are done with this video. So guys, if you find this video interesting, just like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the sewing tutorial.